Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
On 1st and 10, Devine. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders 7, Dolphins nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. 25 yards that time. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll change things up. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for
now
Miami.
after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Devine. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on fourth down. They're going to go for it.
Brings up 4th down.
Operating from the gun, Devine. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 42-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignment.
Touchdown, Washington. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Dolphins 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Devine. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing on first down, Devine. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Devine. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Devine. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders
both teams currently making their final adjustments.
We're getting ready for the second half. For Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
Back over
Coach.
to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for Washington.
Back to throw now on first down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A 2-yard gain.
They'll run for it with Robinson.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And a Commander's first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Divine.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Man open is Robinson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
Dolphins 14.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 36 yards. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Montez Sweat with a tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Divine. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Dolphins 22. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling.
Touchdown, Washington! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on a try for 2.
Score, Commanders 37, Dolphins 22.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
On 1st and 10, Devine. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Devine. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So back-to-back incompletion.